The movie starts in one of the most dangerous areas of London, where crime has become a normal part of everyday life. People are always scared because gangs and violence are everywhere. In a small apartment in this area, a teenage boy named Tom is sitting alone and playing games on his computer. Outside, loud fights and chaos are happening in the streets again. Tom is already tired of hearing all this violence every single day, so he quickly puts on his headphones to block out the noise and escape into his own little world. The next morning, Tom walks through the rough streets of his neighborhood on his way to school. On the way, he meets his friend Danny, who finally gives him the MP3 player Tom had been asking for. Tom feels happy because small things like this are enough to make his hard life a little better. Later at school, Tom tries to focus on his classes, but his attention is somewhere else completely. He keeps looking at a girl named Lucy. Tom secretly likes her a lot, but he is too shy and nervous to tell her how he feels. After class ends, Lucy walks over to Tom and starts talking to him in a friendly way. She asks if he can help her study for their upcoming science lessons. Tom instantly gets nervous, but also excited, because this is a chance to spend time with her. But before the conversation can continue peacefully, a bully named Eugene suddenly shows up. He starts making fun of Tom and laughs at him, saying that Tom cannot even talk to girls like a normal person. Tom feels embarrassed, but before things get worse, Lucy gets angry and tells Eugene to stop acting stupid and leave them alone. After Eugene walks away, Lucy smiles and asks Tom to meet her later at Charlie's house so they can study together properly. Tom quickly agrees because this is exactly what he wanted. After saying goodbye to Lucy, he heads back home to the apartment where he lives with his grandmother, Nancy. Nancy really cares about Tom and always tries to spend time with him. That evening, she starts reading a part of the novel she is writing, hoping her grandson will listen to her. But Tom is distracted and not really interested. He gets annoyed after hearing only a few lines and quickly leaves the apartment to meet Lucy. A little later, Tom finally arrives at the place where Lucy is supposed to be studying. But the moment he enters the apartment, something feels very wrong. He suddenly notices an unconscious man lying on the floor. Before Tom can even understand what is happening, a group of dangerous criminals walks out from another room. The gang members seem to be filming one of their victims, and it becomes clear that Tom has accidentally walked into something horrible. Terrified, he immediately turns around and tries to run away. But before he can escape, one of the criminals pulls out a gun and shoots him. The gang quickly runs away before the police arrive, leaving Tom badly injured on the ground. 10 days later, Tom finally wakes up in a hospital bed. Sitting beside him is his worried grandmother, Nancy, who looks relieved to see him alive. Soon after, Tom speaks with the doctor, who explains what really happened. The bullet that hit Tom also smashed his cell phone at the same time. Pieces of the broken phone entered his head during the shooting. Tiny fragments got stuck inside his brain. Luckily, none of those pieces damaged the important parts of his brain, so Tom survived. But the doctor still warns him to be careful. He says Tom must watch for any strange symptoms or unusual feelings from now on, because nobody knows how his body may react. Still confused and worried, Tom quickly asks about Lucy. He fears something bad may have happened to her too. Nancy calmly tells him that Lucy survived and already left the hospital some time ago. Hearing this gives Tom a little relief. After that, Tom and his grandmother leave the hospital together and get into a taxi to return home. During the ride, Nancy notices that the taxi driver keeps staring strangely at Tom through the mirror. Feeling uncomfortable, she immediately starts arguing with the driver and tells him to focus on the road instead. While they are arguing, Tom suddenly looks at the taxi meter and feels something very strange inside his head. It is almost like the machine is talking directly to him. Before he can understand what is happening, everything goes black, and he passes out. A little later, Tom wakes up in his own bed at home. The next morning, he joins Nancy for breakfast. Nancy notices that the scars on Tom's head are healing much faster than expected, and she feels relieved seeing him recover. Soon after, Nancy suggests that Tom should go visit Lucy. At first, he feels nervous and guilty about what happened that night, but eventually he agrees. Tom buys a bouquet of flowers and heads to Lucy's apartment. There, he meets Lucy's older brother Ben before going inside to see her. Tom feels terrible about running away during the attack, so he apologizes to Lucy. But Lucy tells him not to blame himself. She says there was nothing either of them could have done against those criminals, and she never expected him to become some kind of hero. After spending some time with her, Tom leaves the apartment. But while walking outside, something unbelievable suddenly happens. He starts hearing electronic signals everywhere around him. Tom can hear phone calls, music players, televisions, and even nearby devices all at the same time. The strange noises become so loud and confusing that he feels sick. Panicking, He rushes back home. Once inside his apartment, things become even crazier. Tom suddenly starts seeing strange digital information floating around electronic devices, almost like a computer screen appearing in front of his eyes. The huge amount of information overwhelms him, and he loses consciousness again. But during this strange vision, Tom accidentally connects to Eugene's cell phone, and that is when he discovers something horrifying. Eugene was one of the criminals who attacked Lucy that night. Tom cannot believe it. Later, he tells everything to his friend Danny, but Danny thinks Tom is imagining things because of his injury. The next day at school, Tom continues seeing digital signals and electronic information everywhere around him. When he secretly looks into Eugene's phone again, he sees proof that Eugene is sending the horrible recording of Lucy's attack to another gang member. Now, Tom knows for sure that his vision is real. Filled with anger, he secretly uses his new powers to destroy Eugene's cell phone from a distance. Later that night, Tom goes to a party with Danny. While sitting quietly on a sofa, he uses his strange abilities to scan the people around him. One by one, he identifies all the gang members connected to Lucy's attack. Tom becomes furious. He silently walks toward Eugene, clearly ready to do something dangerous. But Danny notices his behavior and quickly pulls him away before things get worse. After leaving the party, Tom goes to Lucy's apartment again. While they are talking outside, he notices Eugene and the gang walking toward a basketball court nearby. The moment Lucy sees them, she becomes uncomfortable and scared again. Seeing her reaction makes Tom even angrier, and he decides it is finally time for revenge. That same night, Tom sends Eugene a threatening message from an unknown number. The next morning, he secretly follows the gang members and watches them meet with an illegal dealer. Hiding nearby, Tom hacks Eugene's phone and listens to their entire conversation from far away. Now Tom fully understands his powers. Back at home, he spends the whole day secretly torturing the gang members by controlling their electronic devices. Their lights flicker, phones stop working, and strange signals appear everywhere, making them terrified. A little later, Tom sends Lucy a message from a hidden number. In the message, he promises to protect her from the people who hurt her. The next day at school, the principal gathers all the students for an important announcement. During the meeting, Tom secretly leaks a private video belonging to Cass, one of the gang members. The entire school immediately starts laughing at Cass, humiliating him in front of everyone. Embarrassed and furious, Cass storms out of the room. Tom secretly enjoys every second of it. Later, while hanging out together, Tom tells Lucy about the incident. Lucy becomes curious and wonders who exposed Cass like that. Tom casually turns on the radio, while Lucy starts texting the mysterious stranger who contacted her the night before. Without making it obvious, Tom secretly replies to her messages while pretending to play with the radio. Lucy asks the stranger why the gang attacked her family in the first place. Tom replies through the messages that he wants to know the truth too. Lucy then explains that her brother Ben was once invited to join Eugene's gang, but when Ben refused, the gang decided to punish him by attacking someone from his family instead. Finally, Lucy asks the stranger his name. Tom smiles while secretly texting her and says that from now on, she can call him iBoy. A few days later, Tom and Lucy are walking together at night toward her apartment. But suddenly, Eugene and his gang stop them in the middle of the street. The gang starts making cruel jokes about the attack Lucy suffered, clearly trying to scare and humiliate her again. Then Eugene grabs Tom aggressively and demands to know if he is the one sending those threatening messages. But before things get worse, Eugene suddenly receives another text message on his phone. The message says, "Wrong guy." Eugene becomes confused and angry at the same time, while Tom and Lucy quickly escape from there. After seeing how terrified Lucy still is, Tom becomes even more determined to destroy the gang completely. The next day, he secretly waits until Eugene and his friends try to steal a car. The moment they get inside, Tom uses his powers to lock all the doors, trapping the gang inside the vehicle. The criminals instantly panic. Then the car radio suddenly turns on by itself. Using a modified electronic voice, Tom speaks to them through the speakers and tells them that he knows everything they did. To scare them even more, Tom overheats the car engine until smoke starts coming out. He demands to know who ordered the attack on Lucy. At first, nobody said anything, but when the front of the car suddenly catches fire, Cass completely loses control and starts screaming in fear. Finally, he reveals the truth. The real boss behind everything is a dangerous gangster named Cuts. The moment Tom gets the information he wants, he unlocks the car doors. Eugene and the others barely escape seconds before the vehicle explodes behind them. And for Tom, this is only the beginning of his revenge. Now that he knows the gang leader's name, Tom uses his hacking abilities to track down Cuts' apartment. But Tom still does not know something important. His own friend Danny secretly works for Cuts and is part of the criminal organization. At the same time, Cuts is relaxing with his gang members when the television suddenly starts showing footage of his destroyed car. To mock them even more, Tom secretly activates parts of the vehicle remotely and humiliates the gang publicly. Cuts becomes furious and immediately rushes out with his men to find whoever is responsible. But this is exactly what Tom wanted. While the criminals leave the apartment, Tom secretly sneaks inside. Once there, he completely destroys all the electronic devices in the building using his powers. He also steals the illegal drugs hidden inside their safe. When Cuts finally returns home, he finds his apartment destroyed and all his illegal merchandise missing. He completely loses his mind with anger. Meanwhile, Lucy slowly starts recovering from her trauma. One day, while talking with Tom in her apartment, she says she finally feels ready to return to school. Still nervous, she asks Tom if he can stay by her side during this difficult time. Without even thinking, Tom immediately agrees. During their conversation, they also talk about the mysterious vigilante called iBoy, who has now become famous across the city after attacking dangerous gangs around London. Tom excitedly asks Lucy what she thinks about this mysterious hero, but Lucy gives an unexpected answer. She says iBoy is probably just another man, and if he truly wants to change the city, he will need to do much more than simple revenge attacks. Her words stay in Tom's mind. After hearing this, Tom starts becoming far more serious and aggressive with his mission. Now, instead of only scaring criminals, he begins secretly planting illegal drugs inside the homes of gang members across the neighborhood. Then, he anonymously reports them to the police. Soon, officers begin raiding buildings all around the area and arresting many dangerous criminals and dealers. At the same time, Tom hacks into Cuts' bank accounts and steals all his money. As chaos spreads through the criminal world, Tom uploads evidence of his actions online, making the name iBoy even more famous across London. Eventually, even Eugene and his gang are arrested by the police. As they are dragged away, the people from the neighborhood yell at them angrily for all the pain and fear they caused. But while all this is happening, Tom slowly begins changing. The more power he gets, the more dangerous he becomes. At one point, he even shuts down electricity across part of the city like it is nothing, showing just how powerful he has truly become. Meanwhile, the gangster Cuts is in serious trouble. One day, he receives a call from his boss, a dangerous crime leader named Elman. Elman is furious because Cuts keeps losing money and products because of iBoy's attacks. He warns Cuts that if these losses continue, he will not stay alive much longer. Scared and nervous, Cuts promises that he will fix everything soon. But what Cuts does not know is that Tom secretly listens to the entire conversation through electronic signals. This allows him to finally learn the name of the real gang leader, Elman. Cuts now becomes desperate to find whoever is exposing and attacking his gang. To stop iBoy, he gives a brutal order to his men. The criminals begin stealing every cell phone and electronic device they can find from apartments around the neighborhood. Soon, gangs are breaking into homes everywhere. The next day, while using his powers, Tom starts seeing hundreds of complaints online from angry and frightened people. He realizes something terrible. Because of his war against the gangs, innocent people are now suffering too. Even his grandmother Nancy becomes a victim after some of her belongings are stolen. Feeling guilty, Tom decides to stop for a few days and stay quiet. Without iBoy attacking them, the criminals slowly relax and return to their normal, illegal activities. And this is exactly what Tom wanted. Meanwhile, Nancy starts worrying about her grandson's strange behavior. She secretly goes to speak with Danny. Nancy explains that she knows Tom has changed, but deep down she still believes he is a good person. She asks Danny to watch over him and stop him if he ever does something dangerous or stupid. At the same time, Tom secretly follows Cuts again using his powers. Before starting another attack, he sends Lucy a message saying that he plans to finish everything once and for all, but Lucy surprisingly tells him to stop. She says he is no longer helping people anymore. According to her, he is starting to enjoy the violence and revenge for himself. Her words hit Tom hard and leave him thinking deeply. Still, he refuses to give up. Tom continues tracking Cuts by following his cell phone signal, but Cuts is smarter this time. To avoid being tracked, he throws his phone into a trash can and drives away without it. Tom suddenly loses the signal. Just then, he notices helicopters flying across the city because of a major accident nearby. Thinking quickly, Tom hacks into the helicopter cameras and uses them to locate Cut's car from the air. He immediately jumps on his bike and follows the signal. Cuts finally arrive at an industrial area full of giant shipping containers. There, he meets with his gang members to discuss how to kill iBoy once and for all. Hidden in the shadows nearby, Tom quietly watches everything. Using his powers, he analyzes the area and carefully plans his attack. He quickly takes down one of the guards before anyone notices. Then Tom sneaks toward a container filled with illegal drugs and sets the entire shipment on fire. Once again, Cuts loses a huge amount of money. But before Tom can escape, Cuts suddenly catches him. Cuts and his gang brutally attack Tom, punching and kicking him over and over again. Tom realizes he is about to die. In desperation, he unleashes a massive wave of painful, high-pitched sound through nearby electronics. The noise becomes so powerful that all the criminals around him collapse in pain. Using the distraction, Tom barely escapes while Cuts fires bullets at him in rage. Even though he survives, Tom is badly injured. While trying to walk home, he becomes dizzy and crashes directly into a lamppost. The impact knocks him unconscious instantly. The next morning, Tom wakes up in a strange unknown place with no memory of how he got there. Meanwhile, Lucy keeps calling Tom because he promised to walk with her to school. But when he never answers, she sadly gives up and goes alone. After finishing her exam, Lucy runs into Tom near the apartment building and angrily confronts him for breaking his promise. Tom tries to explain that something happened to him the previous night, but Lucy is too upset to listen and walks away. At that moment, something shocking happened. All the residents in the building suddenly started staring upward in horror. Tom and Lucy turn around and see Cass hanging dead from the building, appearing to have taken his own life. The horrifying scene leaves everyone shocked and silent. Later that day, Tom sits on the rooftop with Danny and talks about what happened. Tom asks who could possibly be responsible for Cass's death. Without hesitation, Danny says the blame belongs to iBoy. According to him, iBoy started all this chaos and pushed everything too far. Hearing this deeply disappoints Tom, because for the first time he starts wondering if his revenge is turning him into the very thing he hates. Soon, the entire neighborhood becomes divided about iBoy. Some people still see him as a hero protecting the city, while others believe he is creating fear and chaos everywhere. All this pressure slowly starts destroying Tom mentally. The stress becomes so bad that he even starts feeling physically sick. Desperate to return to normal, Tom visits his doctor and begs him to remove the phone fragments stuck inside his brain. But the doctor sadly explains that surgery is impossible. Removing the fragments could kill him instantly. Hearing this leaves Tom hopeless. That same night, Tom suddenly hears strange noises coming from the front door of his apartment. When he goes to check, armed men suddenly grab him. One of them is Cuts. Standing beside him is another dangerous-looking man. The stranger calmly introduces himself as Elman, the true boss behind the entire criminal network. Nancy becomes furious and yells at the criminals for attacking innocent people inside their own home. But before she can do anything else, Cuts violently knocks her unconscious. Elman coldly orders his men to drag Nancy into another room. Tom becomes terrified seeing his grandmother hurt. Then Elman reveals something shocking. He already knows Tom is iBoy. The gangster explains that he understands everything about Tom's powers and offers him a deal. If Tom agrees to work for the organization, Elman promises him money, power, and a better life. But Tom refuses immediately. Elman realizes threats are the only thing that will work now. He suddenly throws Tom to the ground and forces him to use his powers to locate Lucy. Tom searches through electronic signals and discovers something horrifying. Lucy has been kidnapped by Eugene and his gang. Even worse, Eugene and the others were released from prison because of Elman's influence. Tom instantly understands that Lucy will die if he refuses to cooperate. With no other choice, he agrees to help Elman. But then Elman delivers another painful blow. He reveals that Danny betrayed Tom and told the gang that Tom was probably the real iBoy. Hearing this completely crushes Tom emotionally. After humiliating Danny in front of everyone, Elman throws him aside like he means nothing. Then the crime boss orders Tom to transfer a huge amount of money into his bank account. If the transfer fails, Lucy will be killed immediately. Tom starts the transfer process while secretly trying to save Lucy at the same time. Using his powers, he secretly contacts the police through the cell phone camera being used to record Lucy inside the warehouse. At the warehouse, Eugene and his gang prepare their weapons, ready to kill Lucy if anything goes wrong. Lucy becomes furious and starts screaming at them. She cannot believe the same boys she grew up with are now planning to murder her. Eugene tries to scare her into staying quiet, but suddenly police sirens are heard outside. The authorities arrive at the warehouse unexpectedly. Tom secretly destroys the criminal's cell phone before the police can trace everything properly, causing the gang to panic and drag Lucy into hiding. Lucy desperately tries to make noise so the officers can hear her, but the criminals cover her mouth before anyone notices. Back at the apartment, Tom suddenly feels pain shoot through his body the moment the phone gets destroyed. Elman quickly realizes something suspicious is happening and decides to personally head to the warehouse with Tom. Inside the building, chaos spreads everywhere. During the confusion, Eugene accidentally drops his gun onto the floor. Everyone freezes nervously, but after a few tense moments, the police eventually leave without finding Lucy. The criminals relax and celebrate their escape. That is when Lucy suddenly grabs the gun from the floor. For the first time, Eugene and the others become terrified. Lucy points the weapon directly at them and angrily screams about everything they did to her. She orders all 3 criminals to kneel down. She wants revenge for all the pain they caused. But when the moment finally comes, Lucy cannot pull the trigger. Emotionally exhausted and tired of everything, she runs outside instead. Unfortunately, Elman and his men are already there waiting. Lucy instantly realizes she has nowhere to escape. Eugene quickly takes the gun away from her, while another criminal smashes Tom in the head with his weapon. Now fully back in control, Elman orders Tom to continue the money transfer, but Tom has finally reached his limit. Instead of obeying, he secretly focuses all his powers on the criminals' cell phones. Elman notices something strange and immediately throws his own phone away before it is too late, but the other gang members are not fast enough. Suddenly, their phones explode violently inside their pockets, badly injuring several criminals at once. The warehouse instantly falls into chaos. Taking advantage of the chaos, Lucy quickly attacks Eugene with a fighting move and finally breaks free from the gang. At the same time, Tom rushes forward to fight back against the criminals. Outside the warehouse, Elman suddenly attacks Tom with a heavy iron bar. The powerful gangster starts beating him badly while insulting and humiliating him at the same time. Tom desperately tries to defend himself and unleashes his high-pitched sound pulse again. But unlike the others, Elman manages to resist the attack. Before Tom can react, Elman smashes his head forward and knocks Tom hard onto the ground. Tom loses consciousness instantly. Wanting to finish everything once and for all, Elman slowly picks up the iron bar and walks toward Tom's unconscious body. He raises the weapon, ready to crush the young man's head. But suddenly, a gunshot echoes through the area. Lucy appears holding a gun and fires a warning shot at Elman. She screams at him to stay away from Tom. Elman slowly turns toward her. Lucy tries to fire again, but her gun suddenly jams. Realizing the weapon is not working properly, Lucy panics. Before Elman can reach her, Lucy manages to fire one more shot, hitting him in the arm. The gangster becomes furious. He immediately punches Lucy with full force, knocking her unconscious onto the ground. At that exact moment, Tom wakes up and sees Lucy lying motionless nearby. Something inside him completely snaps. Filled with pure rage, Tom slowly stands up again. Elman grabs the iron bar and walks toward him, ready for one final attack. But before Elman can swing the weapon, Tom releases an enormous scream powered by all his energy. A massive shockwave explodes outward instantly. The force of the attack completely destroys Elman on the spot. After finally defeating the crime boss, Tom's energy disappears completely. Exhausted and barely alive, he collapses onto the ground. Sometime later, Tom wakes up inside a hospital room. Sitting beside him is his grandmother Nancy, who becomes emotional and relieved after seeing that her grandson survived once again. Later, Tom and Nancy peacefully share lunch together at home, finally enjoying a quiet moment after everything they went through. A little later, while walking through the neighborhood, Tom runs into Danny. Feeling guilty, Danny apologizes for betraying him. He admits that accepting Elman's money was a terrible mistake and offers the money to Tom, but Tom refuses to take it. Then Tom says something that surprises Danny. Tom explains that after hunting down everyone involved in Lucy's attack, he realized he never actually searched for the person recording the video during the crime. The moment Danny hears this, he suddenly goes quiet. Clearly nervous, he simply wishes Tom good luck before leaving. Finally, Tom meets Lucy on the rooftop terrace of the apartment building. There, he prepares a small romantic dinner for the two of them using a tiny table on the floor. After everything they survived together, Tom and Lucy finally share a kiss, relieved that they not only survived the nightmare, but also helped destroy the biggest criminal boss in London. And that is where the movie ends. So, what did you think about iBoy? Let us know in the comments below.